Hey, happy Thursday night, folks. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you have a great weekend coming up. But I'm going to give you a warning right here, right now, heads up, right here. What you're about to hear, you might not like because it's brutal, but it's true. So, what I'm here to talk about tonight ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be all fun and games. But I'm going to tell you the truth as I see it, and I don't see any other option. So, if you're not ready for a little reality check tonight, I hate to tell you this because I love every one of you and I appreciate you being here. But if you don't want a little reality check tonight, you might not want to watch this video. Come on back next week. Things might be a little better by then. So, all right, I got that preemptive warning up there. So let's get on with it. All right, let's see who we got in the house. Let's do a roll call first. Glenn Anderson is the first one in the house. My man, Lori's with us. All right, everybody say hello to Lori. And keep praying for her because she needs it. And me and Lady Prepper, we all need it. So let's all pray for each other. Happy to see you here. All right. There we go. Who else we got in here tonight? Scroll on down here. Y'all had a pretty good conversation going over there.
Yeah, we've been back and forth.
Glenn's there. Lynn Stalker's with us.
Bill says he's a fragile soul.
Who?
He says, Bill, he says, I'm a fragile soul.
Yeah, you're fragile. Yeah. Let me give you enough warning, too. We both went and got flu shots on Friday, and we got sick after that. Her throat's burning up, and I got a chest congestion. So if I'm coughing a little more than usual, please forgive me, folks. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Who else we got here? Lynn and Linda Farrow's with us. Pauline's with us. Yeah, there we go. Wow, you guys are doing a lot of chatting back and forth there. Buzz Runner's in the house. Yeah. Greg Harmon's with us. Constitutional Stacker, right there. He's new here, folks. I've been following him for a little while. I guess he decided he'd give me a look, and he liked what he saw. I appreciate it, buddy. But he has a channel over there that's on silver, stacking silver and gold. And he stays right on top of that stuff. You guys know I've been telling you about that every week. We're going to get into that silver price here in just a minute. But go over and check his channel out. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Subscribe over there. I guarantee you won't regret it because this man's on the ball with that stuff. That's where I get a lot of my information. So now I tap into his knowledge and bring it over here to you sometimes. Kathy C. and the Iowa crowd's here. Yeah, there we go. Hey, and what Constitutional Carry said right there, let me go back up there and find it. There it is. Right there, that's one of the options we're going to talk about tonight. Absolutely, he nailed it. That's for sure. Well, my screen just blinked. Kayla Starrett's with us. Tammy Joe's in the house. Yeah, Tennessee's with us. We're going to give away some radios here in a little bit. But let me go through this roll call first. Fourth and goal. Debbie Jones. My girl, we got to get back to the gun range. Trigger finger's getting itchy. Hill Bill, right there. There we go. Back in the desert. I hope you enjoy that. Patty, 7881. Who we got here? Jenny Pennington. Has she been here before?
I don't know.
I think she was a long time ago, but I can't remember. But I'm glad you're here tonight.
Craig wants to go to the gun range with us.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah. Anytime, Craig.
Michelle J's here. Here we go. SH 839C. Schwackhammer's back. And if I missed you guys, I'm sorry. Katie 27320 is back with us. Craig is with us. Yeah, let's get together and go to the range. I'm ready whenever you guys are. Fluffy, did I call Fluffy out? There we go. That's my girl. Oh, wow. Man.
Mail the stuff out, tell them.
John H is here. What?
Tell them we mailed their stuff out.
Oh, yeah. We mailed your necklaces out if you won last week. We really didn't get a chance to get to the post office because, like I told you, we were sick. We were both terrible sick, and we finally got Lady Prepper finally got out to the post office this morning. So they're on the way, guys. I promise you. But yeah, there you go. Guns and radios can't go wrong. Absolutely. That's something else we're going to talk about here in just a few minutes. But if I missed you there, I apologize. I appreciate every one of you being here. Love every one of you, and hopefully, I can share something with you that'll help you somewhere along the way. But let's get on with it. You guys know I announced last week if we hit that number, bing, right there, I was going to give away a set of GMRS walkie-talkies. We hit it. There it is. We actually exceeded it pretty well. And there's what you're going to be getting when we do our contest here. Just like it was before, you got to shoot me an email. Let me get my email address up there so everybody will have it. There it is at the bottom of the screen. Shoot me an email. The heading, the title just needs to be contest. That's it, contest. And then in the body of that email, I need the screen name that I'm going to see right here when I draw names next week for that set of radios, and your real name. I'm the Orlando Prepper, and of course you guys know that's my screen name. So my real name is KT Dixon. That's all it would be. Orlando Prepper, and then right below that, KT Dixon. So that's what your email should look like. It's easy. And I'm going to remind you before we get down at the end here, I'm going to remind you again to send me that email because I want everybody to have a shot at it. Looks like Rebecca's with us tonight. Yeah, it is good to see Lori. I hope everybody appreciates that. Miss Lori's with us. But let's get on with the madness we've had this week. How about this one right here? When I saw this one right here, I thought I'd go crazy. A KFC in Ashland, Kentucky, posted a sign that said that the uniformed police would eat there free all day long, every day. And people in the town got upset about it. They were calling KFC corporate. They were, bitching inside the restaurant. Why should they get to eat free when I have to pay? Going on all of that stuff. But that just tells you right there what's going on with the mentality of Americans right now. Yeah, cops are out there to protect you guys. I'm a retired police officer. You guys know that by now. Yeah, they're bad cops, but they're very, very few. And the people that hate those cops the most are good cops. Don't give police a bad time. They're out there to help you. If you just, if they stop you for some reason, just cooperate. That's all. If you have an interaction with a police officer, just cooperate. That guy has got more things going on in his life than to bother with you. But he does that because he has to. So remember that. The only reason that police officer is interacting with you, if he's a good police officer, is because he has to. And 99.9% of them are good police officers. But when I saw that, I thought, well, what's it hurting those people? If that store owner wants to feed a police officer, he wants a police officer sitting in his store for protection. With all the crazy crap going on in our country nowadays, I don't blame him. I'd do it too. Even if I wasn't a retired police officer and I had a restaurant somewhere, with all the crap going on, I'd like to have one sitting inside there wearing his gun and wearing his uniform and badge. Yeah. So, you might not all agree with me, but hey, that's the beauty of America. We don't have to agree to like each other. That's another one of our big problems right now. People think if you don't agree with them, they shouldn't like you. That's ignorance, people. No, that's not ignorance. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge. That's stupidity. Everybody knows better. So they know better, but they choose to do the wrong thing and ignore the truth. So that's just stupidity. So let me get off that high horse. I rode that high horse long enough. All right, then. How about this one? I actually posted this on social media this week. on Sunday night in St. Petersburg, Russia. Um, there was a huge blackout. Over 100,000 utility customers in St. Petersburg lost power. And right before it happened, people reported seeing a flash in the sky. Now, other people said that they saw, possibly a missile coming in or a drone coming in. Oh, excuse me, guys. But the majority of them said they saw a flash in the sky and then the lights went out. This is the only report I've seen of that. It's the only one I can find. It's like they've kind of quashed that for some reason. They don't want people knowing what's going on. But what it was, I have no idea. All I know is that it did happen. And now I can't find anything on it.
Yeah, there was only reports, several that it went out, but nothing
Yeah.
that came out talking about it.
There's several reports that the lights went out. And like I said, people saw a flash or people saw a missile, but nothing was ever confirmed. So that makes me think something really bad happened. They just don't want people to know about it. But this is America. What do you expect? All right. Glenn gave a big thumbs up to all our police and firefighters, all our first responders, military. They deserve all the respect in the world, guys. Because those people go to work every day not knowing if they're going to get to come home. I know that. I did it for many, many years. Just one of those things you got to put in the back of your mind and hope it works out right. Thank goodness for me it did. Every challenge I ran into, I was able to handle. But let's get on to your money. Let's see where silver is right now. At this moment, it is $22.83. It's under $23 again, guys. So jump out there and get it. If you got a little extra cash, go to one of these local silver dealers or online. You know which one I deal with. I deal with Money Metals. But right now, while it's low, I'll try to get you some of it, stack it up. Ask Constitutional Stacker about that. He can tell you more about it than I can. I'm sure he knows more about it than I do. What we got here? Have that same safe. Yeah. It's a good one. It really is. And the price was awesome. I've been looking at buying another one, but I can't find it. I want one just like this one, but I can't find it. All right. Where else on your money here? Like I said, go get that silver. Here's the start, guys. Here's the start of the dollar going to hell. Now, everybody's saying, oh, the dollar is stronger right now than it has been in months. Yeah, it is. But you know why? Because the other currencies in the world are weaker. That makes the dollar look stronger, which drives down the price of silver, which is good for you. So get out there and get that silver, guys, right now. But right here, these BRICS countries dumped $123 billion in U.S. treasuries so far this year. That means all of that money has come back to the United States. And like I've told you before, you know what that means. That dollar you got in your pocket's worth less. But they're trying to tell you that dollar's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. No, it's not. It's just that the other currencies are getting weaker. It's all collapsing. We've all heard the term global recession. Well, that's what's happening. And the dollar's just, able to stand it a little bit more than all the other currencies in the world. And that's why the U.S. dollar is looking a little better right now, which, like I said, is good for us. That makes the buying power of the dollar stronger. Man, my chest is killing me. And those gold and silver prices are dropping. So, you've been warned. Jump out there and get it. But here's a good one right here, one that happened the other day. KJP melts down when Ducey asked her a basic question about the border. She refused to answer him. She just said, okay. She tried to blame it on Republicans that there hadn't been any border reform passed. And the reason why is because every time they put up a border bill, They attach a rider to it that sends hundreds of, millions of dollars or billions of dollars to Ukraine. And the Republicans are saying, nope, we're tired of that. We're not financing that. Take that off and we'll pass this. But of course, the Democrats refuse. And they have beefed up the border a little bit. They sent 800 more troops down there to help out with the people coming across. They're just kind of processing them and passing them onto the bus to send them wherever the hell they want them to go. They're not there to protect the border. And that's by design, guys. All of this border stuff is by design. The people in charge of our country are trying to destroy our country. This is a video that was taken last week of a Border Patrol agent. He's cutting the razor wire that the state of Texas has put on the Rio Grande River. He's cutting it so illegal immigrants can come through. Got his wire cutters there doing his thing. Then he directs them, go right over there, give them your name. They'll put you on the bus, send you wherever you want to go. And then you have this. This is the border wall. This is the gates in the border wall. They've been welded open by this administration. And their excuse for that was so the antelope could graze freely. They're doing all of this stuff intentionally, guys. They're destroying this country every day, a little bit, a little more each day because of this man right here and all of his cronies and the people that believe the way he does. Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum has openly said the U.S. economy has to collapse for what they want to happen to be instituted. The one world economy, one world government. Now, they didn't say government, they said economy. But you know how I know they're talking about a one world government? Because this guy right here is right on board with them. They all think in the UN, the World Economic Forum, they think if the U.S. economy collapses, which it's going to do, so get ready for it, then they can institute what they want. They'll have a one world government with digital currency. That's what they want. That way they can control your money. Guess who supports them? This guy right here. He represents the United States in both of those organizations. And he supports what they're trying to do. And this sets us on one of two paths, guys. There's no option. We can only go one of two ways. We're beyond repair. You might not want to hear that, but it's true. This country is never going to recover. It's never going to be what it was before. And our two options that are so ugly, one is just an all-out revolution by the people against the government. That would be terrible. It would be harsh. Millions would die. The government would collapse. There's no doubt. Because that's why they're trying to take your guns away from you more and more every day. They know if the American people get fed up, we start standing up and rising up to take them on, we're going to win. They're going to lose. They know that. That's why they want your guns. But it's going to be terrible. It's going to last for years. Like I said, millions are going to die. Now, the other option is it's pretty ugly too. And we've only got these two options. But that second option is total dictatorship that gets in control of the United States of America, shuts down the borders, runs out everybody that's not supposed to be here. That would be terrible because it would, oh man, that would be a great mess. The only way to get our economy back in shape is to stop giving people money that never paid into the system. That means that people's going to go hungry. So here you have federal agents rounding up people, shipping them out by the plane and bus full all over the country. You have money cut off to people that didn't pay into Social Security. They never paid taxes into the welfare systems. So they're shut off. They're not going to be able to eat. And it's going to be nasty. That happened once before in history. Something very similar to that. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, you might want to go check it out. Check out what the Nazis did in Germany in 1930, in the 1930s and early 40s. And you see how that turned out. Millions and millions and millions of people died. Not just in Germany, all over Europe and Russia and Africa, and then Japan wanted to jump in. Millions died there. It got nasty. That's the only way a true fascist dictatorship can take control and put something in line, a country back on track to recovery. Now, we got to be honest. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Germany was gone. It had gone to hell in the 30s. People were having to get paid on their job when they left for lunch because inflation was so high. They knew when they come back, the dollars they had earned that morning would be worth less when they come back after lunch. And there were people with wheelbarrows full of cash going to buy a loaf of bread or a roll of toilet paper. And that's the shape Germany was in until that damn nut, took over, and he tried to get them going the right way, but he took it too far. We all know that. He was a madman. He was an idiot. And that's the only two options we have here in the United States. We have total control by a dictator, or we have a rebellion by the people. There's no other options. We've gone too far. Your money's going to fail. You don't believe me? Just sit on your hands and do nothing. You're not going to be able to buy food. You're not going to be able to buy gas for your car. If your car's not paid off, you're probably not going to be able to keep it. So you might not need that gas. But, that's the only two options we have, guys. So you have to get ready for it. You have to get your prep set up. You have to get your food. You have to make arrangements to make sure you can get water. Water's hard to store, so get you a good water filter. Lakes and streams are everywhere unless you live in the desert. Get you some, I'll call them tools to protect those things. And you need to feed those tools, so make sure you get plenty of that too. These are the things you're going to have. Communications. Now here's the thing, I keep harping on communications and money because I know how important communications are. When a force comes into a country and they're trying to, take over or whatever, first thing they control is communications. Well, they can't control if you have your radio and the people you want to talk to have their radio. They can't control that. Even if we have electric power, the cell phones are going to go down. What's that buzzing?
I don't hear anything.
If we do go into a state it don't even have to be full-blown rebellion, just something close to it. First thing the government's going to do is shut down your cell phones. They're going to shut down all your communications because that's the only way they can control you. That's why I keep telling you, get these radios, guys. If you don't, like tonight, I'm giving away these GMRS radios. If you don't have a GMRS license, don't worry about it. If that's the situation you're in when you use those radios, the last thing anybody's going to be worrying about is enforcing, the FCC regulations. You're going to be able to push that button and talk to whoever else you gave a radio to, and that's going to be a good thing. So I'm telling you guys, it's so close. It's so close. MD Creekmore did a video on this today. If you're not watching him, you need to go there and watch his channel as well. He probably knows more about this stuff than I do. But he did the same thing. He did the same video. Not the same exactly, but he warned people about the same thing. It's closer now than it's ever been. And every day it gets closer. You saw that clown show today and the impeachment. I didn't watch it all. I'd go check it out every now and then, see what was going on. And the two sides are so divided, there's no way they're ever going to agree on anything. So eventually, that's going to collapse. And here's a prediction for you. You might not like it, and I hope I'm wrong, but Donald Trump will never be elected president again, ever. They can't let that happen. What's going on right now with the World Economic Forum and with the UN trying to destroy this country, and the people in charge of our country right now destroying this country. That's why Donald Trump could not win that last election. And that's why Joe Biden got more votes than any presidential candidate in history. Bullshit. No way. I'll call it what it was. It was fixed. I don't care what YouTube does with this video. That election was fixed, and it had to be that way for the things that's happening right now to happen. It had to be that way for the direction they want this country to go, to get where they want it to go. That's why he lost that election, and that's why he will never be elected again. If they have to kill him, they'll do it. They can't let it happen. All right, let me get a drink here. Was that harsh enough?
You made your point.
Hope I made my point. Hope you.
On a positive note, gas was $3.41 today.
Oh, good. They drained the petroleum reserves a little
That's
more.
20 cents a gallon less than what I paid for it last week.
Yeah, that's another thing. You remember they've drained 50% of our petroleum reserves for strategic, our strategic petroleum reserves. They haven't refilled it. They're not going to refill it. And oil's going through the roof. So even if they do, it's going to cost them more than it would have 2 or 3 years ago.
They predicted it the other day going up to $150.
Yeah, J.P. Morgan said that gas will reach $150 a barrel before it comes back down. So we'll see how that happens. But let me get on with it here. All right. I told you guys started this thing. We're going to give these radios away. I want every one of you to send me an entry, please. You got to be a subscriber when I receive your email, and you got to be a subscriber next week when we do the drawing for the radios. Like I said before, in that email and the title, just put contest, your screen name, and then your real name. That's it. Because what I do is copy and paste that, and I put it on these little tabs. And you guys have seen me do this before. I'll draw one of those tabs out. So if you're really interested in getting this little radio system, it's going to be great for your camp. Like if you're out camping or fishing with your buddies or hunting or whatever, there's a great little radio system, and they're GMRS, so you can buy companion radios anywhere that will, communicate with these radios. You can go to Walmart and buy FRS radios, and they'll communicate with these radios. So that's why I'm trying to get you into that GMRS to make sure you're able to communicate with the people you want to communicate with. And if you have a setup like what we're going to have, if things go sideways, I got my, my base radio, and all of my people out in the field are going to have radios that match. This is a great system to start with if you don't have anything like that. So
Tell Bill if he already sent his email, it's fine.
Yeah, if you've already sent an email, yeah, that's great. I hadn't checked my email, but it's not too soon.
Nope.
All right. It's going to be open until Sunday night at midnight. After that, no more entries. I remember last time, I can't remember what it was we gave away, but I received a couple of 2 or 3 entries after the deadline. I'm sorry, folks. If it's after midnight on Sunday night, midnight Eastern time, not Central Time or whatever, then your entry's no good, and I'm not going to process it. But I hope every one of you jump in there and take a shot at these radios. Hey, I might have a little surprise for you too. You never know. We might give away more than just that little set of radios. But I've been known to do that in the past. I think I might be able to do that again. But get ready, guys. Watch what's going on. You can watch that clown show going on in the Capitol right now. Did you see that circus last night? It was supposed to be a presidential debate. I watch those until I get to the point where I say, no, I can't watch any more of this. But, I try to stay informed, and Oh man, we're screwed, guys. We're screwed. Just get ready. You got any recommendations for something you want me to cover here? Hey, shoot me an email. If if you don't agree with me, shoot me an email. Tell me how crazy I am. I might be open to that. Probably not, but you never know. But if you would, please give me a thumbs up down there. I'd appreciate it. If you got friends that's into radios or, if they're into prepping or whatever and they're not over here subscribed, tell them, hey, go watch this guy. He's trying to tell you what to do and when to do it. But it's totally up to you guys. All I can do is make suggestions for you. I hope you take them because I'm not going to lead you the wrong way. My whole life I've been helping folks, my entire adult life. That's what my life has been about, helping others. And I'm not going to stop now. So hopefully I'll say something here that'll help you out. But I appreciate every one of you being here. I love you. Watch what's going on, please. Please watch what's going on. Because every day it's getting worse. And we need each other's help. You need, help whoever you can, whenever you can. Because a lot of folks out there in need right now. So hope I helped you out here. Shoot me that contest entry. I love every one of you. Thank you for giving me this part of your life. I really do appreciate it. Stay strong, keep prepping, and pray for the United States of America. The Orlando Prepper is out.